There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving us here the promise of death. The welcome and life without fear.
I live
Master.
Clay Palace, who make you I can't Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, Tina can I say my yamo. And yes, I know money, and more I know. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the thing, and I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talk it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise my best. The world with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Bantu, Bombay, Cape Mount, Montserrat, San to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Well. Good evening, people. Good afternoon, good morning. Sktv, indeed, we are the best. Let me say hats up to all of you, our well wishers, our supporters, and our followers. And especially, let me say hats up to the management of this great institution headed by our own dynamic CEO, Honorable Laike Bedete. Good evening to you, boss. I know it's not easy, but hopefully, anytime this week, maybe it's, people are saying Friday, and I want to. Before you say, oh, maybe, but now I'm hearing, I don't know yet as to what I will be, because some people can credit. What I mean, this thing, I think we're yet being the same. Some people, maybe they may not go Friday, they may go up to Monday or Tuesday. That means they started late. So when I say some people can credit, doesn't mean that. But again, good evening to all of you, our Muslim brothers and sisters, those of you who are fast. I like fasting. Let me be frank. Fasting is the easier way to communicate with God. If you want to be close, if you want to be strong spiritually, the best way to go is to fast. Even if that's 3 days, do your little fasting for you. Look, it's just about you tuning yourself to certain things. When you can tune yourself to certain things, that means you can survive anywhere. So, and the issue of fasting connects you with God spiritually, yes. But don't allow for people to be fasting. Like some of you will say, oh, my pastor fasting on my behalf. No. The pastor's like a wahala. So everybody carry their own kinja. The one we like about some of the gospel songs. Everybody get a kinja looking for where to put it. But again, people who even help us share the show. The show will be interesting this evening. The show will be more than hot. And I know you don't want to miss it because some of you always be checking to know as to what will come on today or not. But again, we stay with the Rima rule, the Wahala between Liberia and the Guinea border. It stay on the spotlight. Yes, it stay on the spotlight. We are also getting report that our lawmakers, they are now preparing to go also at the border. Yeah, well, the country interesting. So that's the latest news that we are getting. that our lawmakers, they are preparing to go to the border side. I need to be able to talk to the people who live along the border. Maybe on the Liberal side now, they're not going on the other side. No, they will be right here to our side and be able to talk to us, those of us who live along the border. But again, let me say this to all of our people who live there in Lofa County. I know sometimes precaution better than kill. It's good to be on the safe side, but don't be afraid. Nothing will happen. Nothing, nobody going to, I know sometimes the fear will be there because of the first approach that some of the soldiers went with. That means for them to even have the brave mind to even have, or maybe to fire guns on the soil of our land. I know it's not easy, but again, don't be afraid. Nothing will happen. I see some of you, they want no. Bola, let me tell you, Bola disputes. That's why I'll check. Help us share the show and check. Share Soko, you're right. So we'll be cool. You're right. No ambulance. So we don't want anything that have to do with fire, you're right. But again, Bola's dispute, sometimes it come in another form, sometimes it happen, sometimes these things happen, people have their own way, but it doesn't mean that it's war. Some of you, little thing happen, Liberians, you just take everything. Some little thing happen that war. No. Stop beating war drum. Yeah, man, I have to share the show. Stop beating war drum. The reason why Liberia went to war and fought the kind of war today, where other people calling someone for today, they hey, maybe I went do well. Like, you see? You see the life? People calling now and even saying, hey, boy, when Chancellor was around. You see it? People saying, hey, people, in fact, other people gave me some of the history. I think maybe my uncle will also call later on. But other people are saying that during those time, the same thing nearly happened. They say, those say, we don't want thing. And the whole thing quiet down. So you see some of the things we can be talking about. We can have our own political disagreements, our political, maybe, how they call it. But at the end of the day, let's put the country interest first. Democracy is all about time. When people time finish, they will move from there. The reason we fought war today in the country, for me, I still finding it difficult to still grab something. The reason that we even destroy the country, we destroy the security of our country. Everything about our society will destroy all today because beggar rates go up to. Yeah, man. What kind of country be this? Well, even with that kind of thing that went on now for the past 20 years, if you ask me, in my own opinion, that will not say take out the war. Nepotism is in fact is on the highest increase. It will not say take out the war. The issue of rice, but then we used to buy the 50, in fact, I was the 50 kg bag of rice. Now, what the people protested for, they said the fee go up today. How many kg are we buying today? We're buying 25 kg. We will not still go to war. We say corruption, we say people were stealing the country money. So we kill them. Today, what are we today? What are we seeing? Are we not dressing corruption with even titles? Where we see we're giving people 45,000 car? Is that not corruption? Well, anyway, it's not corruption. Yeah, good evening. I say you went through Kwenga and tell all of you that. Happily help us share the show. Seba Complete from Maryland County. Thank you for joining us. Those of you who are watching, also help us share the show. I'm doing that. We just passing through with other different. But again, sometimes ask yourself the reason why Liberia went to war. The reason why we were sitting to the same Guinea. The same Guinea today now that we complain about that there were some of our forces. They are where they used to be. And launched more mortar, gave them more mortar. That was the same Guinea. But you forget to know that you are building Guinea. Because you are fighting destroying yourself. To admit, one thing that we are surprised about the Guinea team. Let me be free today. I used to take Guinea to be there. So kind of thing about from the way I see Guinea in a few days. And I make Ghana even go on and start shaking up. It tell me that look, you don't overlook. It's not good to even overlook any country. Yeah, help us share the show, people. Yeah, and we have so many things. The disabled community, they are also protesting. There are a series of protests ongoing. In fact, that happened today. The gasoline price stayed the same, $910. The pump price outside of the country, outside of the nation capital is some places $950, some places $1,000. So these are information I'm getting. Transportation fares not the same anymore because of the transport. The transport come with everything, energy. So because of the transport fare, because of the gasoline price rather, so the transport fare had to go up. So the taxi driver, the bus driver, all of our people there, yes, they will not want to sell the gasoline the same. In fact, they will not want to go the same way with their prices, especially when it comes to transportation. So again, that's it. These are some of the happening back home. Transport fare is when you go out there, don't go with only $50 that you used to go with before, but again, go with at least about plus so that you'll be able to have bonus, or as you and the taxi driver. One thing about our country before, but I'll come on for welcoming. The way the gasoline price is right now, and things price will go. Even when gasoline price comes down to 500, highly, I can be thinking, well, we even get government working for us, what we get system working for us, or we just living by the grace of God. Since 2024, right? 2024, the Ministry of Transport came out with their transport fare. I don't want to buy a computer. But go evening, my dear brother.
Maybe good afternoon from my end. Good afternoon to our listening audience and follower. Yes, glad to be here. So Sunday the government came with transfer fare from 2024, 2025. This is 2026. Why?
2024. And let the rescue us. You see that what can be said, Brother Ali. When the rain fall, it don't fall on one group of people or one person. The rain will fall on everybody, whether you good or you bad or you for this or you not for this. So 2024, you say you came to rescue people. 2024 transportation fare up to now is stay into the computer. It can come out.
What do you mean by staying to the computer?
Because we're not benefiting anything. Nothing we're getting from entire transport fare. The things stay the same. The people are doing anything that they want to do. Kakata now, the people been posting that Kakata now is 500. I don't know.
Are you trying to say, for example, the transportation was like, for example, $75, and government say it should be $50, and it's still $75?
Exactly. That's a thing right there. Every time when they come up with a
the government can get talk, they don't do.
Man, that our system then. Let me be frank.
I think, but then I think the only talk can do we had our president Taylor, because
Yes.
I can remember when Charles Taylor used to say, because at that time we never have 50 or kg bag of rice, we only had 100 kg strictly the butter rice. So sometimes they would say, oh, rapper going up today to $700, and President Taylor would say, for tomorrow morning I want to see the rest to $600. When you say $600, the people can even be afraid to the extent they can make it $550.
But Ali, you are right. And let me be frank. Let me say this to all of our people.
When the men speak, when Yapre go on, the people will be closing all their gas station there. You will not even see car in the street. The thing when President Taylor said tomorrow, if I see the car there in the street, they should remain parked forever. In less than 1 hour, we will see everybody putting a car there in the street. Please.
But that's the leadership I'm looking for. Let me be frank and let all joke aside, right? These are kind of leadership that we want. It's not leadership that will continue to come to our people and be lying to our people and be making things look like things are working. Not doing anything. So like you said, my brother, chatting this. Some of us look. We used, in fact, Father US used to be 250. Let me tell some of you today. Father US now that are up now. In fact, are almost into 1,000 now. In fact, I even go up all the way to 1,000 before. It used to be 250. I know things will not be the same, but we can continue to be paying the price for our leaders. That's the thing here. Gasoline used to be the same, I think, around 250 to 300 per gallon. I used to sell gasoline before. So I know most of these things. When Manasari took over, gradually U.S. rate started to go up to 300, 350. Gasoline to start to climb a little bit until it reached to what? 5, I think 5 something. U.S. rate go up to I think 180 or 180 something during Manasari time. So I don't know why our leaders, they don't care about the people. All they care about is what they can get and how they can travel and how they can live out the better life. Because like you mentioned, Charles Taylor, someone called me today even about Doe. The person said, maybe on the same issue once upon a time during Doe administration came up. They say land business. And he said, Doe said only one thing. Now what quiet, in fact, the person said that Doe even got angry and said, oh, so because Africans took our land. So that's why other people are coming here and there to come claim land for us. If you put us stop, I will fight to even get the land that Africa own today. I will make sure that we take the land from our Africans. So because of that, or Guinea, but then Guinea back off. So my brother,
my man, that's it. Let President Trump can say you don't negotiate with terrorists. When somebody want to ask someone, show to them that you stubborn too. You see that nonsense Dumuya doing because he know that, oh yes, we have a weak leader. For the day that those people went on that place, and then our soldiers were still sitting in Morovia, and our civilian where they want battling them, they already saw the weakness. And this is why you see they continue to do what they're doing. They finish see the weakness. The time the Guinea military came over there, if our people were to jump there immediately in less than 10 minutes, you think that foolishness that they're doing, it will still continue? No. But how many days it took before they could go there? The people already tried their muscle. They say, oh, but then yes, the people, we can ride on them. That thing yesterday, President Baka went over there on a different thing. He said that peace talk he went on.
Then the worst one is, even before more come out, the worst one has to do with even the two leaders who have been vetting. Two of them were seeing, I don't know, they go kneel down.
Somebody holding
they fear started that in most of us today that we're making most of 18 to look. Okay, so we now want war now. You say or war coming, so we now want war. So say we now want war. Then I get a play to the people. But are you? Because
give it to them.
For me, I'm not still understanding something. That you and somebody you will be fighting over people. Even right here in Liberia. In Liberia, land business is a joke. Land business. Why they put they can be demolishing people places and people can be fighting with what I call us here and there. So land business is not joke. That people will sit somewhere quietly the land that they've been living on for the past 100 years. Only for one person to just walk out one morning and say, hey, we're taking it from you. Because they have power. Monk, good evening, my brother. Welcome. Let's share the show. We just warm our people. Yeah, we haven't started them here. We just warm up. But Monk, good evening.
What's going on, guys? Good to be here. For me, I say I'm going to be here on today's national security crisis. Then I will take my break. I was planning on leaving on Friday, but because of the situation, we have to be here and see how it goes. A lot of stuff happening. We got a couple of videos that they want to share and tag you guys with because it's a total contradiction from what the president and his delegation told us. You know, when you keep lying, at a certain point in time, your lie is going to catch up with you. The situation that is happening, like we said, this is not Joseph Boaka's problem. Joseph Boaka only happens to be unfortunate that this particular incident happened on his watch, but it's an age-old problem when it comes to border security, compensating our law enforcement officer, and protecting Liberia's territorial boundary. But unfortunately, it's always politics. Like, I don't know who's really in control because some of the things that keep happening in Liberia, I don't want to believe in my heart of heart that Joseph Boaka is the one that be calling the shot because he does not show that leadership. He doesn't guarantee any reassurance from his people, to his people in terms of leadership. Like during time of national crisis, he won't talk a lot. He won't give you updates. So, but we agree. You know, before the election, what he told us, anything that happened, we agree. So
we agree.
We can turn around now. We're already in it. We just have to live with it. And maybe, like I said, the video that I tag you guys, so we will go in depth and we'll talk about that. But today, something major is happening in the Champions League today. I know some two people will be going home. You know, we told Chelsea people that they were no match, even though they won that tournament cup during the summer when PSG have finished conquering the entire Europe. They thought they could rough shoulder, but they get in 5. They didn't even get in 1 or 2. They get in convincing 5-2. And I know that's the end of Chelsea. The same thing with Man City, with Real Madrid today. That's a game I will be concentrating on because when it comes to Champions League, Real Madrid is a different kind of an animal. So for the first time, they will be tested to come back from a 3-0 deficit. That's a game I will be watching today in the next 2 hours. But anyway, that's where we are. Share the show, please.
So,
I don't know what
thank you, Mark. So to the Champions League, you are quite correct, but this is not our first time surviving with the kind of embarrassment. You are right. You know, sometimes it's just about life opportunity. So let's go back to some of the opportunities, something that can be given to us as individual or person or people. Like for example, the goalkeeper, he was given opportunity and need to prove himself. You know, and in fact, the same thing happened, I think, with Tottenham Hotspur. But with Chelsea, you know, that this is some thing. Leadership, also all the thing bad down to our leadership. They gave you the opportunity to prove yourself. In less than 10 minutes, you already messing up. And the coach, thank you, and the coach still keeping you on the field. Like Joseph Boga keeping from the man and stay on the field. So that's it, my brother. We inside. Who's about to know that? I jump about
because no, you're not coming back against PSG. That PSG team is too aggressive. And the thing with PSG, their team is balanced in every aspect. They got good attack. They got 2 of the best wing backs in the world in Nuno Mendes and Hakimi from Morocco. Their defense is solid. Their midfield is very good, and their attack is fast. So I don't know. And they will still be favorite this year again. I will pick them to be number 1.
Oh yes. That one you are right because from all indication, more like you said, you know, that PSG team, in fact, they've been strong. It's just that sometimes when you give out maybe 1 or 2 players, sometimes they can be a little gap. But PSG not small team to judge with. But even though in their domestically, I don't know how come. Well, again, this thing happen in football. But tonight, let's see that watch they play because as we speak, yes, like the team that you always talking about, the Arno Bodo, or I can call it. Right now, they're leading already 1-0. Sporting City leading them 1-0. But let's see how that's the first game right now in the Champions League. So tonight, yes, 8 o'clock, we're going to observe the game. We're not going there with qualification, but if that opportunity comes, well, we're going to appreciate it. So, Mark, you are quite correct. When opportunity comes your way, as a player, as a human, you got to make good use of it. Yeah. Well, so, but apart from that, we also more go back to the price issue with the issue. Then we'll come back to the national security because, indeed, this is interesting that since the war between U.S., Israel, and that Iran started, at least we now start to get the feedback. But you know, for us here, I don't know whether we are also preparing maybe for even more feedback because apart from gasoline, there are other things that we are not able to get as a country. Even that have to do with food. That means the issue of rice. We're not able to produce rice. But I go back more with the issue that had to do with the petroleum prices going up gradually, little by little, from 750, in fact, from 6 something to 750, from 650 from 750 now to $910. Some places is around 1,000, some places 950, just like that. So forth, my brother.
Well, for me, I like to call it for what it is. Like I said, Africa and Europe depends heavily on the Middle Eastern gas, especially from Iran, mostly. Number 1 in the world, I would say China. Then you come to Africa and mostly Europe. But Europe, like the way how the Trump administration has relieved a little bit of some of the sanctions on Russia, because Russia too is one of the major producers in the world, and that's the gas station for Europe. So you cannot have a war going on in the Middle East because 30% of the world oil passes through that Strait of Hormuz. That's why I told you to put a picture on the screen. That tight, narrow piece, or area of water that is connecting the Persian Gulf, to the Gulf of Oman. before you can enter into the Indian Ocean to come towards Africa and other places. So when you get a war going on over there and you don't have tankers entering into the Strait of Hormuz, then the price is going to increase. I told the folks here, there is not Joseph Baga's problem. That's a global problem. That's something that is beyond our control. So the most the president can do in his power, maybe they can subsidize prices to some of the major importers. But when it comes to the supply chain, that's something we cannot control. So you can only expect for tin prices to go up because gasoline, that's what we call it black gold, is the lifeblood of the economy all over the world. The moment transportation and gasoline price increases, everything prices goes up. That's just normal, whether it's in America, whether it's in, we're just paying $2.35, $2.25 for gasoline. Some places as low as $2.19. Now I think the average price now will be $3.25. So if we get an increase in the US, then think about Africa and other parts of Europe. So you can expect that to keep going up.
Yeah, so to that more, thank you. In fact, he said something about what we can do as a country and what we can find a way forward. I think these are things that our people have been calling for. Because, Mark, you can say, okay, because at the end of the day, it's the common people that are going to feel all of the pain, frustration, and everything. Because most of our government officials, they get a coupons, they get the gasoline slips, they get everything. And you just never know. So, same day, they haven't had any kind of meetings behind the scene. They haven't discussed any issues that have to do with that. Okay, our people right now, they're going to go through hardship when it comes to the economy. What can we do? Can we now go back into our closet and say, okay, all of the waste, all of the monies, all of the things putting back to back, can we now reduce all of the things for the sake of our people in the country? No, they won't do that. But they will continue to tell us that, in fact, the same statement you made, oh, this is not the other person, in fact, doing, this is not government responsible. This is, no, Monk. If in your home, for example, if in your home there are crises in your home, or even if you are working before, and you used to cook maybe 4 to 5 cups of rice per day, or maybe every time, more when there are crises, I think you will reduce it to maybe 2.5 or maybe 3 or maybe 2 cups, right?
Oh, yeah.
But for us, Mark, everything should be our people. Our people should go through all of the frustration. It happened during COVID. It happened during Manasadi time. It's happening on Joseph Yima Buaka. Nobody thinking about our people.
No, the people always the last when it comes to Liberia. They are the non-living thing in Liberia. Yeah, they are the government bond. So everything, nobody will factor them into the equation. Nobody will prioritize them. Nobody will put their plot first. Because if you can even get government employees to get decent salaries in terms of their compensation every month and prices go up, it means that 65% of your regular Monday payment will go to just transportation alone. So it means when you go to work, you don't even have nothing to even just buy yourself lunch to eat at work because gasoline price, you can walk from, let's assume you live in Browville and you come to work Central Moravia. You can walk from over there every day. You have to take transportation, and a transportation fares will keep rising. Then more than likely your entire paycheck will leave getting transportation fares alone. That's just what it is.
And that's the point, because, like, for example, to put road down to Broad Street, I'm hearing about 250. Some people charging 250. Some people charging 275. Places that used to be $50 now is $80. Some places $70 gradually. So before the weekend, we don't know again as to maybe there'll be a little percentage that'll be added. We don't know yet. If so, if not, well, that's it. But if something will be added, then again, that means the transport fare will go up. And you just say, Monk, if somebody making 150, like our CSA boss and the government claim that people are making 150. So you go now and do your math. Monk just near it. Monk just said something. If you make 150 now in this time, everything will go beyond transport. You got to go to work. If you don't go to work, they will sack you. And
the thing is basic mathematics. Even if you want to be conservative and say, let's assume across the board they are making 150, and you're working Monday through Friday. In some instances, maybe Saturday once in a while. Let's just assume, let's take it 5 days a week. Within a month, that's 20 working days. And you are not even getting paid regularly every month. In some instances, you can go 2 or 3 months. So you are going anywhere between 60 to 90 days. before you can even get back payment from your previous month work. So it means before your next paycheck your paycheck can come rolling, you are already on water. Just before you can get the next paycheck, you are already on water financially. You done.
That's the life of our people. You know,
Yeah.
look, never want to see some of them, or I hear some of them want to, get angry with what we say here, or maybe the way we talk. I can pity some of them because, Mom, you just know it. More in you haven't taken maybe your February pay there, for example. Now, some of you now you haven't taken February pay, but you already into the 17th of March. So what happened? You say what? You say what? Jesus.
You are averaging anywhere between 60 to 90 days before you can get one back payment from the previous month. So, like I said, before you exhaust the first 30 days, you are already on the water financially in transportation. So when transportation costs going up, then it means it's only going to get worse for you. Look, let me tell you something, Mabel. If I was a regular employee living like bro, I'm not even going to bother to think about government job. Maybe I go Buenco, maybe I lay potato green garden and sell my palawas because there is no need. It makes absolutely no sense. There is no incentive that will even encourage you to say you want to go work and you depending on salary. No, 150 per month in this day and age, inflation, gasoline. They're expecting them to go to the border, right? To go and defend them.
Wow.
Yeah, brother. That's where we are. It's so sad.
But I mean, that's it. Transportation and the salary of our people and Mondial, in fact, Mondial name it. And thank God the government also said that nobody making below 150. So that means they paying people 150. So when they pay you 150, or maybe it's someone a police officer or LDA or immigration man, they pay you 150 and you to the border now. I don't know what, maybe they give you up or down every time, or maybe even anything. Well, that's it. But even as that, the most said the transportation. You got to pay your way every day to go to work. And some of you work 7 days a week. That one is just the fact. Some people more. There are some people who are signed with some of the VIPs. Sometimes they don't go home like that. You imagine. You treating your fellow men. They don't go home to even see their family members. They don't even see their wife, their children, or even their husband like that. They just serving you, but no money. But Ali, what say you? What you have to say about the transportation, the workings of our people? More say better you go say cool.
One time, my cousin, he was like, "Oh, it's not easy in the country. You can't even get a job. Things are very hard." So, he decided to go join the police or to join the immigration. And what I told him was, "You people still have a warehouse because y'all were doing cool business before, and things went wrong. The warehouse is still there, and you get nothing doing. I prefer you going to do cool business, continue your cool business, than to go join police or immigration, because I think you will make more money while you're doing your business than joining the police or immigration." And he agreed with me. What I could help him with, and I help him with it today. Even he can bring up to 300 to 400 back or co in Morovia now. So he's like, "You did the best thing. You gave me the best advice, and you are able to help me up." Like, so I agree with what Monk said, because going to work for police, like I said, people only go in this thing this time because they know. When you join the police, right now you go to Douala, if you even say park up to 10, 15 keke or motorbike and thing, you will not be going home with even less than $3,000 to $4,000 a day. Because as soon somebody say where your key, when they ask you for your driver license, you give it to a policeman, he walk away. You will be the one to go after him now. And quite recently, 2 weeks ago, something happened to me in Liberia. Because most of the time, I could just buy these cars here, accident car and thing, because here the parts are very cheap, the labor is expensive. You can buy something for $50, you pay $150, $200 for labor cost for them to put it. As was setting pickup, bought all of the parts and send it to Liberia. Taking that car to the garage, they arrested it to Simple Bridge. Okay, you see an accident car that they told him carrying, they say it's supposed to be in the street, but you see they holding the car carrying it. The guy who parked that car, I get all his information, his name, I get his recording, everything. He parked that car. They were to that place from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. The people needed to go breakfast. They left that car there. They went. The next day when they came back, when they called him, he said he to Central. He there with the key. In fact, if they can give him $100, he can release that car. And the one thing I was there, the police, they don't respect one another. My brother is a police officer, and he called him, speaking to him. He insists that if they give him $100, he can give the key. You see the kind of thing we're talking in our country.
The man wanted next month paycheck.
Yes, and as I tell you, the money they were to take to service that car, they ended up go. My brother went to him, to his office, to Central, and gave him the $100 before he gave him the key. Maybe you police officer, I am a police officer.
And by this time, if I bent his mess, this is kind of apples. What kind of bad apple is that?
You looking at me telling me you're from police officer, you say, oh my man, even though that car for your brother, mom, but when you don't give it, you give me this money, I can't release the key, this and that, all kind of thing. All the way, you can't even say respect me. There is no respect. So most of the people, they joining the force, not for passion, but they only going there now because they feel that the only way they can exploit people. You see, so I agree with mom. So yes,
that's it. Let me tell you, brother Ali. Today, whether we like it or not, now I can hear people. People are not patriotic. No, your president down there making salary. Your president, the vice president taking salary. He ran the best. Why are they not running bicycle? Send their patriotic. Send the one for people to be patriotic. That means you have to pay people for the little service that will be provided for the country. It doesn't mean that because the president is 100% Liberian, that means you want them to be given contribution free of charge, while other people, they are getting rich out of the same country resources. No. So you see the kind of officers, Mom?
Yes.
Thank God, brother Ali, that you brought kind of story out, because these are things that can happen.
It happened to me. It happened. Yes, I was forced to give that $100.
One motorcycle came here. Let me tell you one more.
That key for them to take the car to the garage to go work on it.
One motorcyclist came here one time with crying with the same kind of a behavior. Went there to solve the issue, the same thing. People didn't want to even listen. In fact, I told the hear about the media, they're too angry. So I told the guy that came here. Let me tell you. I think we came here to handle the issue a very easier way. They cannot commit no crime. First of all, they may not hit nobody. They may not make accident. They may not kill nobody. They may not do nothing. He said they may, I don't know, he park someone and they just will park. That's all. Okay, granted. Traffic violation, if you want to give them a ticket, you give them a ticket and the man go. But you can't continue to be holding somebody's property. We keep on talking to you and you don't want to even listen. This thing happened. And the leadership of the Liberian National Police, and what the 2 million of harassments. But I didn't think just saying so it's serious. If you open another, people will tell you their own frustration. You will see Commander hold people motorbike keys. He walking up and down, people walking behind him.
Walking behind him. You see? And they will say Liberian law, when officer asks you for your license, you need to give it to him. You don't need to question. Don't ask him any question. When he asks you for license, give it to him. And the moment you give them your license, they turn their back, they go in there. You will be behind that person, up and down, he parking all the time.
What reason do I know?
Wasting your time. At the end of the day, you should go and give him money. We saw it anytime.
I think like you're not from Liberia. The thing here is, when you want to pay people, they got to find a way to make up, because they got family, they must be on the traffic. They see it as a hustle. So any minor irregularity that happen on the traffic, they see it as a money-making opportunity. Because they are not getting that pay on time. Matter of fact, the pay is not even sufficient to take them throughout the month to sustain themselves. So let's assume you park. Okay, yes, maybe the parking was inappropriate parking, but it never violated any public ordinance. So the typical policeman believe that, okay, I just see another $75, $50 opportunity. You can't let it go. So when he convinced you to take your lesson, then the might go out the buck, because you can't drive without a license. So that's just why it is. They see it as money-making opportunity in order to get to the following month. That's just how it is. So you can see it from the violation that you cause. It all depends what they see from their perspective as to how they will get back to the next day, and they must carry something At the end of the day,
among, even if you tell any people that my man, they say I don't care. I said, what, but at least the only time they think I reach to them that in fact it can even shake them a little bit. And say when you record them and place it on the social media, that's the only time that they can shake up a little bit.
And
or maybe,
that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. But my brother, like I said, I get to and then the police, they say, oh, brother, just leave that thing, like, just forget about it, this and that. Because I get here recording. He's like, my brother talking to him, he say, if we gave him the $100, he can get the key. You see,
but when you better give me a recording, why you won't carry to the studio? You think it will change the outcome because you get a recording?
Because I get a link, a unit number, everything. You see, I get everything.
You got it there recording. They make you care less without recording. You can carry anywhere. All the men know.
Exactly, more. He cared less because our country, there is no system. They won't do anything to him. Maybe they will just say they will not even suspend him. That's the first thing.
I think my brother said they even drive to the wrong people.
And I get let it be.
That get the police aspect. Think about from the airport, one of the major point of entry.
Oh my brother.
Right? Think about the airport. No. Everybody over there want you to drop this on you. Could bring bomb into that country and your watch scarf if you're able to share money. If you really want to be terroristic, if you want to you can walk to that airport and just grab everyone that come away and they will walk you through even with bomb. One, you can drop little thing on everyone that will push you. So you mount the police, talk about the major port of entry.
Yes, the airport, the city. When you get to the airport, everybody now, when they see you, everybody. I drove from Monrovia straight to Sierra Leone border, and I came back. I never got out from behind my steering wheel. The moment I show my driver license, they only salute me. Chi, welcome back to the country. Your man here. See that kind of thing.
Damn. And the kind of thing I work in the Guinea and Liberia border. Your man here.
Welcome back to the country.
Let me tell you. Yeah. The first time I left from Liberia to cross that country border was in I would say 2000. Then I came back 2001. They're on the 202. Then 202. Yeah. Let me tell you something. One of my homeboy asked me. I say, he said, why you prefer Ghana or Africa? I said, because the people in Africa, they are very wicked, and they treat us like we're some alien species from another planet, even though we share common border. When I was traveling by road, I had $225 at the time in my pocket. We hopped on that Steve bus. And what the Ivorian used to do, they will get on motorbike and go ahead of you. The same people you met at the previous trip when you go and meet them in front. And they will put you guys down. And when you can speak their French, they see it as also a money. They will exploit you guys along the way. By the time I got to Accra, I was having less than $35 in my pocket. I had to call my aunt and my grandma by then to send me extra money. When I got to Ghana border, I paid 13,000 cedis at the border. I never saw one security officer that exploited me until I got to Accra. From that day, I gave Ghana credit. Yes. So I carry my yellow book, stamp at the border. I pay my 13,000 cedis at a time. I crossed that border between Ghana and Africa. I never saw anyone taking us. That's what they call security network. That's what they call good security system. Yeah, that was the end. So the people who say, oh, I like Africa, they're good for you. I don't know about them. I don't even like them because they hate people. Matter of fact, they will be asking you for documentation in the street while you're walking. They will chase you in the market because they can identify people from another country. That's how ruthless they are. So I never liked them from day one. So people who went there, maybe they got different experiences. But for me, I passed on that road, I think 3 or 4 times before coming to America. I can stand them. Yep, that's just why it is. That's the difference.
So when we continue to treat ourselves in the form and manner, those of you who are leaders and are planning to go to Guinea and Liberia border, the lawmakers who are planning not to go there, I don't know what kind of message they carry. I don't know what they're going to say to the people, because even that place, going the people that are even living in urgent poverty. Urgent poverty, what people are living in. Same thing we keep saying. You treat your system, you treat your country like something and more. That's why, thank God that you can always say that most of our people that always come from overseas that come here and work and they make zero impact. Because when we want to be, like, for example, security head, I come from US. and I know the U.S. security network. Even right Ghana that you're talking about, know the security system. I come here, I become police director like Gregory Como and right here. And I can't even be able to improve the livelihood of my officers to do better. Up to now, we still seeing police officers still wearing t-shirt up and down. They are not well dressed. You can't even recognize them by their badges or so forth. But we stay into it. We say living this way. Our police officers are still making something below the belt. And we say we're making progress. I don't even know which progress are we making.
Mm-hmm. I was looking at something. This my pop told me one time. He said the average immigration officer in the 80s were making, I think, somewhere $250 by then. So when you look at the time value of money from $1980 to today, would be almost like $4.75. So it means if because of inflation, you will have to pay someone 5 times what they were making, or 4.5 times what they were making in 1980 or the early 80s. So if you are telling me, let's just assume from 1980 to 2026 is 46 years, and we came from $250 to $150. Can you imagine when someone should be making 3 times because of the inflation just to stay afloat into this? I don't know. I don't think we can pay them $750 per month. But you're telling me we can pay our people $300? I mean, just to be on the safe side, at least $300 a month. That would sound reasonable.
Mm-hmm. And most of the team keep coming in my mind. In fact, since the entire Guinea stuff happened, I say, oh, okay, I see what the military guys, when they take over more, they can do better. Because they always interacting with the politicians and they know that the politicians can lie. So you see, some of you politicians are listening. All of the security officers, even the military officers, the reason why the guy always doing better is because they understand that you politicians, you are not in there for the people. You always want to do things to be lying to your own people. So by the time the military take over, he said, well, I have to better the livelihood of my people. I have to do this. I have to focus on this. You not get time to come be lying to anybody to be saying you want to give favor. No. The man will do what you want to do. So at the end of the day, they will always do better than the regular politicians. Because the regular politicians, they feel that lying is part of the DNA. Now gasoline is $9.50, $9.10, $1,000. Some places we have $1,001, $1,002. There are all kinds of things that people are not charging our people. You pay them $150 per month. How much will leave there for they and their family to even eat? How much? And the more said, and more that a regular thing there. When
Steve on the line, let him go ahead because with somebody going to.
All right, yes, just go to Steve.
Yeah, you live, Steve. Go ahead.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Mark. Folks, good afternoon, good evening. Very interesting things going on around the world, but in Liberia at large. We started this conversation by being realistic. On Sktv, we are always realistic and factual. We don't, if you really notice us and listen to us, we're not involved with the sentiments and the politics. We're involved with the facts and reality. Because at the end of the day, that's what we'll come back to. I say this to say that we have told the Liberian people time immemorial that the government has got to be serious. And in being serious, that means they got to be proactive, they got to take some serious steps and some serious measures. This is a disgrace to Liberia. This is a disgrace to the Joseph Human government. This is a serious problem. Around the world, people are overtaking other countries, other lands, and so forth. So I don't think Liberia should be strange to this. We warned Joseph Boakai since this thing started last week that this thing will escalate. Yesterday when we started the conversation, we told some of you that they will go further. Now let me say this. I will not be surprised when Guinea takes over our other place and Guinea push in a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
You want to get more land. I will not be surprised. First of all, you are dealing with a military person. One of the most important and scary sets of people on earth are military people. These guys are well trained. They are trained at all levels. They're trained to understand different things, tactics, moves, technology, the psychology of human being. They're one of the groups, military people are one of the group of people that are trained to handle all things. They can handle pressure. They're strategic. They're very pragmatic. They're so advanced. And so when you are dealing with them, you got to think ahead of them to get them. If you don't, they will get you. A military man will do anything he can to get what he wants. That's it. They don't play games. So when I saw Dumbuya inviting Joseph Boakai, but at the same time, military troops were put into the border, and you tell me that God will save Liberia from that? You guys are not serious in our country. They're not ready yet. You know, so when I post one of my posts today, somebody said, well, all right, will feed it. No, I'm not feeding that crap. That y'all who supported Joseph Boakai will feed it. That y'all who supported the United Party will feed it. I don't care who say what. If y'all want to say we're making this, some are making it out of politics, that y'all busy, I don't care. Say I'm making it out of politics. You can stand with that bro all you want. You will stand with the losing side. We lost bigly. And you know what? I support Guinea. Let's be on the record. I support Guinea. I'm saying I won't stay on the record for that. If y'all want to say I'm not Liberian, I business, I support Guinea. Because if our president, if our leaders, if our people were serious about protecting our land and our people, they would have put measures in place. They would have done what is right. They steal the money. They don't invest in the military. They don't take care of you. They don't privatize your security. They don't care. Who told you Joseph Boakai really care? Joseph Boakai never went to Guinea to go make case for Liberia. That's not true. That's not true. I want to challenge Sarah Bessel. Let her produce the exact transcript from the conversation that was held in Guinea with the Republic of Guinea and the people of Guinea, and the president of Guinea. You think that stupid man you went to deal with? You think Dumbuya that stupid man? You know where Dumbuya trained? You know that Dumbuya used to be in the French serious-minded army. Also, we discuss Dumbuya history. They call it legions. You know that Dumbuya even trained in the United States of America. You think that John you operating where? Dumbuya a big ball. Let me tell you today. Dumbuya understands some things that you guys don't understand. That Dumbuya don't lead land in Liberia where mineral was discovered. Dumbuya don't leave for you. That Dumbuya don't leave for you. Are you ready in our country here? You guys are not ready. You guys are not ready. And let me say it again on the show today. I want to be clear about certain things. I'm about the facts and reality. If you want to say I'm not Liberian, I don't love the country, I don't love that one of your business. I don't love losers. That's what I don't love. I don't love foolishness. And I don't love people who can win by stealing and cheating. Joseph Boakai then won the election by stealing, by cheating, by lying, by calling the Liberian people. And I'm against that. And I will stay against that today, tomorrow, and any time. Let me say it again. So, what you see going on today is to see that Joseph Boakai and so. Why are you not celebrating the people that Dumbuya didn't get? And I see people Dumbuya didn't get. Don't wear people there. Don't funny people there. And I see 200 people you used to put patrol men in to go to the border. Bunch of shameless people. You don't invest in your people. You steal your people money and so count the show and count the wedding. I'm not here to say I support Labrador in foolishness. I support Labrador do good thing and Labrador do the right thing. In a particular case, Dumbuya plays Joseph Boakai and it's sweet for Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai can negotiate. Joseph Boakai is not a negotiator. Joseph Boakai understands what it means diplomacy to negotiate. You think Joseph Boakai understands anything? Joseph Boakai is a local crook. He understands nothing. You know what's going on? Joseph Boakai is a local crook who is ignorant to what's going on around the world. Joseph Boakai is a petty beggar. Joseph Boakai went to beg, and Dumbuya said, no, I'm not listening to begging, papi. I don't see your business. Joseph Boakai getting one stupid certificate, who is passing around here, you're celebrating it. And again, certificate. They ain't ready now, country. That certificate, you'll be carrying. You'll get certificate, why Dumbuya to the land, and to the mineral, and you will not do nothing. You're going to do fight, I say. You're going to do nothing, because you're never prepared for today. We're supposed to be preparing for today. Dumbuya prepare to Joseph Boakai. For Dumbuya to get issue on Joseph Boakai and run circle around Joseph Boakai, it tells you Dumbuya is thinking fast. That's why the opposition in Liberia now should start thinking fast now so they can run show against that cock and that liar Joseph Boakai, that criminal party. He doesn't do anything else today. And the story will come up beyond why Dumbuya took that land. Because for what we are gathering. The reason behind it is because these guys went to use the sea yellow machine, they brought some of them to go dig diamond and gold. They went on gold mining issue. But on Thursday we'll be on the show, you know, anyone it will be hot because we tell you exactly what's going on. Joseph Boga, a petty criminal and beggar, you know, see what man papi. So folks, I will I'll follow the show. If there's a need for me to go and and we say today, I will be on the show, I will be listening. Any attempt for United Party to go on the show and talk foolishness, I will debunk the foolishness, I will deal with that person. Discussing national issue here now. Your things will be afraid of this.
Oh yeah, that's national issue.
We I'm listening clearly.
Hey, Chairman.
All right, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chairman. So we are getting later press release also from the opposition, the CDC, and what the joint press statement. But I think I'm listening the CDC here. In fact, but Ali, you want to react to your brother Steve quickly? Maybe we'll go for the news break. We'll have 4 more minutes of our news time. Yes, because the entire crisis started with the Mali issues, and the CDC sound around over Liberia, Guinea border crisis demands action on illegal money. Where are we heading to?
Yeah, but the problem here, like Steve said, yesterday we saw President Bakai going over there, and we said some of these things yesterday. Looking at your position now on the United Nations Security Council, you're supposed to be the one somewhere in Dumia for them coming to Liberia, taking land, coming putting flare or putting it down, shooting at your people, all of these things. But you people going to Dumia, and they see men like we said yesterday. So the president too, you were affected by this men. Both of you are that affected. You're supposed to get people that will join you on the neutral ground, or you're some of these men, but you people going to him. So this man have already exercised his muscle and say you see the weakness in you. And yesterday you went over there, you came back. Soon this morning again, I saw something from the Spoon TV. And we saw this guy, they are still crossing coming to that area. I saw the immigration, they say they are having dialogue about this one land business. Okay, Guinean authority. I saw they are there speaking French, and while they interpreting English to our Liberian people, I saw this funny thing happening. So what did Joseph Bakai went for yesterday in Guinea? What they did there yesterday that you say, oh yeah, we talk about peace, this and that. So you all went to talk about peace and not to discuss about what is happening here, say Makoma or Wakana River. So we wait and see how they are going to handle this thing. But me, as I said, this is how Ukraine and Russia started, and we'll see where they are at today. We have to be very careful. Land dispute is not something to joke with, more especially people who want to use that water for mining and other things. Guinea will not say that you're sharing water, then one person going there to go mine. The resources there for both of you. So we have to be careful.
Thank you. I don't know what about Adija and Mark. I don't know what I want to chip you quickly before we go. For the
Yeah, our chairman, because we'll come out with a real conversation on the whole thing,
Yes.
because like I said, the government lie, they play too many games and the game have caught up with them, right? Because the initial statement made before going to Guinea, the whole bullet point that they came away with 12 bullet points to put people in the impression that they did something that they were able to achieve an objective according to Joseph Boga, man of peace. You know, they all got to react with the partisan stuff. When in fact, we got videos of our border agent negotiating on their own thing just to de-escalate the situation. So I was like, if you are going as a border agent to negotiate with the Guinea, it means that you're not even getting your marching orders from the higher authority. It means that they know that it's a breakdown of communication. The president's supposed to be the commander in chief. You give the order, the people on the ground carry on your order. But because you give a fake impression, you lie to the Liberian people, you got caught. Because your military alone vindicated us on Sktv. We knew this thing was going to escalate. The river and the illegal money, it was just a trigger print. But I know Guinea is targeting something bigger.
All right, my dear brother, thank you. And to all of our followers, we are going for a news break, news bulletin. Right. We'll be back after the 15 minutes. And let's keep Liberia safe. Let's keep Liberia peaceful. Love Liberia, build Liberia, and take Liberia. Maybe
Ali, you want out the borderline or we'll go for
a break? So we'll see later, man. Yeah, the country interesting. Liberia interesting.
Ali,
Yeah, more we can hold the line. We can hold it.
Here, where members of the disabled community are staging a protest action at the grounds of the capital. We don't know yet exactly why they are staging protest action, because we haven't yet been able to speak with some of them here, but we will be doing that very, very shortly. But we see several visually impaired individuals here up Capitol Hill, tattering among themselves. I'm hearing them talking about a payment of a certain amount of money to the disabled community that wasn't enough, or that did not cut across. Several visually impaired people as announced by the government of Liberia. But let's get to speak to some of them to know actually what is unfolding here on Capitol Hill. Let's see if we can speak to their spokesperson. Here we also see state security on the other hand, trying to guard the protestation. The visually impaired folks are here with their children. I've also heard complaints about the removal of their children from the street by the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. Let's try to speak to some of them. Hello, sir. How are you? Welcome to Spoon TV. Yes, sir. Thank you for coming. Okay, tell us, why are you guys protesting here? All right. My introduction, I'm Elijah P. Farmer. I want to official spokesperson for the group. The reason we are protesting today is that the behavior of gender, we protesting against the behavior of gender minister Bami Arekwari and Johnson minister also twice. Okay? According to General Minister Bami Arekwari in September 2024, they went to all Broad Street to buy and Central where the shop on the RB. They told us that the government of Liberia and $1.5 million projects for international community to General Ministry. So now particular money they told us that it go for 5 years. So each year they will spend $5 million on the support in their children. And they doing that, I know to get the support from out of the streets. And we also appreciate them for that. And we told them that we are ready to move on the street because we thought we're not happy to end up to be in the street, for God to be hating us, for some to be beating our children. Now, we all celebrated that we back on there with you. At the end of the day, in last September, they found 19% of Western Public School. Again, 19 people with 19 guys are all. The next day, they want all okay affair. And now to the public that they fair over 5,000 black people across Liberia. Now, when we get to there at General Ministry, they told us that they will never and ever change that decision. They will continue to order the same people because they affect 5,000 the same people. We told them that there's my girl, they must show the record, and they told them they can't show the record to us. When they want okay affair, they generally ask them, even carry Jassy, they can be too much they said. Carry Jassy asked them, they never get the record to carry Jassy. Now, intellect results January, they call 100 to show black people. They get them $120 US. When China, a $12,000 US. So we take 12,000 for 5 million. You let you know, you might know how many left. All right? At the end of the day, they went and sent MOD with also to a general Johnson minister that all the support they found Liberia, they are empowered. So right there they get ultimatum. Anyone see no the support on the street. At the end of the day, they deploy police across across the country to battle the support of children. On the 13th of February, they arrested all the support of children. They put up behind by all responsible to police station there. The support went there, even some of protest. that they free them. They on the 19th of February, they arrested 12 children for the some people in the night, and they gave them to support Ghana. They put up your part. When the support we went there. At the end of the day, they escaped the children in the night. They tell the children ministry. The next day, we call upon our dealer. I got the national community disability dealer with national the same person. We all went there. At the end of the day, the children over to us. Then in that meeting on the 20th, they also told us that they would never ever regret that decision. No, but we know. But we have a quality
some things.
Also, I got general minister. Also, to where? So the one that said, and for now, they are not beating the shop and I told all the street. So we keep together and said that we will go there and let the company to out the legislator because they are not represented to our community. Alright, but say we keep here, the speaker and the boss and lawmaker, they refuse to work or they refuse to address our issue. That we say on the ground.
Okay, well, I do understand that the removal of minors or children from the street by the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, is in line with their Save the Future project, where children that are underage selling in the streets, vulnerable children are being taken from the street and they are being, provided some form of livelihood, and those of them who aren't going to school, they are being sent to school, and their parents are also, being given grant, to help sustain these children. So why exactly about this that you are against?
Okay, thank you, sir. In your family, we are selling here. No black person against education. Even someone that's selling here, we want to devote our time, want to school and learn. We know the importance of education. They either they coming where they either a far, but they where they coming, the one they wrong. In the family, they enter in the right church, but they are setting on the wrong page. They measure a far, but the people who are pushing a measure, they are wrong. They are wrong measure. Now, let me tell you, all the total of when we went to general minister, we have meeting with them. Okay. We told them that we are against education. In short, for better understanding, just summarize your problem, your issue with the Ministry of Gender. Yeah. The problem in summary, the problem we have with general minister, they stole our 5 million. The money that international community sent to negotiate the some people, the money will not use for any internal purpose. So we decided to complete the lawmaker to call them. Because now they want to us.
How did you come to the conclusion that they stole the money?
Thank you. Because they are said to us in September 2024, we open them up. They send a $1.4 million US for international community, and the money is there for the support and achievement. Alright, but when they took that money and begin to share the money, all people that can see 500 US. They're going to West Point now. The West States are all over there.
But you have a proof, you have an institutional
even the stars are going to go. Yeah, I thank you.
The National Commission on Disability. What have they done for you?
They were not even aware. They did not even inform our leaders before taking the decision. They did it on their own.
So the National Commission on Disability went along with the General Ministry to give money.
No. I said the General Ministry did not inform our leaders. That's what I said.
The leaders of the Commission on Disabilities.
Commission on Disabilities.
I think these are the leaders of the Commission on Disability.
They are aware. Yes, they are aware. And the National Commission on Disability, then he gets you know people. Even on the 20th of February, the meeting was with them. The director was there with them. The director being told them about things that will be better with the some people. They say, I find a concern that share $100 US black people. So they share 12,000 US black people. So I find a concern that involve black people. So they will not be addressing here today. They are commissioner aware today, tomorrow, and day to come.
And secondly, the place where they can carry our children, the place is not conducive for our children. The place where the adolescent children are living, and then where they can carry our children. And some of our children left and then they got sick in our here. They got sick. And it is not okay for us. And they told us that they go to work after us, they will not get tired. And who knows tomorrow the war is evil. Someone can even join in the year of the ministry to arrest our children. So we have come today as a visually impaired for us to inform the lawmaker that we are staying here. The people shooting cheat on us. About driving out from the school, we are not against the God. They should leave our children.
Have you met with any lawmakers? Yes, we are here. At the way we met lawmakers, we are here. In a problem of thing, Representative talking to us, we say because he can lie. He lied one last year, he took 3 different times. Alright? When we came here with our issue, Representative told to us that you have received a petition, let's say we're addressing. For that time to now, but today we are addressing our issue. So Representative in that somebody that we can depend on is a breaking state. So who are you thinking? Why the bad person?
The speaker is right now presiding in section.
Thereby the speaker is presiding, right? But what they're doing inside there, our issue is 10 times better than what they're doing inside there. Because we don't want to elect them. If we're not going to elect them, we're not going to say make it go.
But the procedure is whenever you bring a petition, you give it to the chair.
Bring to the black people. Bring to somebody like I told you. He tried to have 3 different times. So we don't trust him.
But Prince's role is just to, it's just to get the petition and take it to the relevant authority. It is not with the leadership of the house not to act on it.
God wants to speak out.
The petition is another thing, and the implementation is another thing.
That's the problem.
Okay. How long will you guys be here?
We will be here with the speaker.
If you be the pastor, I will sleep here because women going. We are on this place.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so Spoon. You are watching Spoon TV Live. We're coming to you from Capital, the legislature here, the premises of the legislature, where visually impaired individuals are here protesting, according to them, against the Ministry of Gender. We have some of them here still wanting to talk to us. Hello, sir.
Yes. How you doing?
I'm okay. Tell us your name and why you here today.
My name is Mr. Peterson. I'm the national chairman of Liberia's Disabled Foundation that is here today.
Okay, so tell us why you're here.
I'm here. We are here to petition government, Ministry of Gender, President, save the teacher or street child project,
save the children,
or street child project.
Yes, save the future. That's
save the teacher. Sorry, save the teacher.
Yeah.
Ministry of Gender is in front of that project, and the school people were captured. They promised us that we can carry the children out to go there. They will take responsibility of us to keep on here. And the children, the Ministry of Gender on that. And what are you doing? We ourselves, we don't even want to be on the street. But let the right approach be. We should engage in the right way, and so they can't change that decision. So we are here to petition the government, and we are writing the speaker, saying to everyone. And the letter went to President, the letter went to Momosaro, that we don't want to be on the street. Those are not educated, at least every month, $250 a year should be given to each person. They will leave the street. And we that are educated, as it is enacted into law, that qualified the school person,
don't you think such amount is very huge for
that proposal?
Yeah,
that proposal, right?
Yeah, the amount with that.
It
Don't you think it's a lot of money?
The level that the
Government has other priorities.
The level that to bring it down. If our issue would be embarrassment, then so I'm saying that for qualified people to also be employed is it's an embarrassment.
Yeah, man, it's true. Talk about the amount.
Let's say you see here today, go on and see. We are not very many. We need attention. So if the educated people are even taking among less people will be on the street.
Okay, something very much. We are having for that. So folks, okay, thank you. So folks, they are still here. Children to show that selling children
How would I go on what's that? Like your upper, then you know that I have bosses. The form and the manual English speaking, I have already caught. Je dis matin la personne là dit de ici. Donc en venant là, il doit appeler, il doit aller chercher, il doit traverser, venir ici.
C'est pas gâté, il peut appeler. C'est pas gâté, il peut appeler. Il peut recevoir les instructions. Quand même, ils sont compris. Hein? Il n'a qu'à appeler, c'est pas gâté.
So while we were back, they can go back.
Very good.
For your communication.
They come.
Pas de problème.
Bon, là, vous pouvez retourner. Là, s'il a fini de discuter là-bas, on va vous appeler. Vous allez venir là, on va venir poser.
Bon, pour se retourner, c'est-à-dire, vous et moi, on se comprend. Hein? Vous et moi, on se comprend très bien. Et également les autres aussi. Comprenez? Je dis.
No. He said that you and him, you understand. Even the others also understand what we are talking about. You understand now?
Vous comprenez? Ça ne pose pas de problème. Nous avons reçu les hommes par hiérarchie. Moi, à mon avis, il a trouvé. Vous avez vu quelque chose sur le terrain. Il ne faut même pas retarder là-dessus, tu te rends compte. Et tu serais situé à partir de la hiérarchie.
He said that if you find something, if you find something or situation on the line that you must call over there. You call them, you tell them, this is here, this is here, this is here, this is here. Then they will tell you, do this, do this, or do this. Now why we tell you?
Yeah, so what we do now, I want to tell him that for us to go back, we will do our communication. Any result we get, then we will invite her to come back and we can also come up here and do it together.
What will come in? Focus.
Yeah. More tube are in the kino on their way coming, as you can see. The people are bringing more tube. The people are bringing more tube. More tube are coming from leaving from.
All All right. So, but Ali, we're back after the news break. The 15 minutes of news. I think it's 19 minutes now. Down 7. That's the turn check. We just played that video. For those of you who are listening, yes, that's some of the happening on today between Liberia and Guinea border, where the Guinean army today they were seeing. In fact, a few of them crossed over today, and as we speak, I think they have stayed there, even though they are now hosting in the flag. Some of the information that have been on the social media, yes, I only see them who's there on the flag, but again, they are still there at the Liberia and Guinea border, but they on the Liberia soil. They on the side to where our people live, to where our people used to be, the Liberia part of the border, they're where they are. So yes, so these are news, my brother Aliu. I think you listen to the interpreter. So somebody have to be interpreting. Yeah. So that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of society. These are things happening. We call for peace. We call for everything. But at the end of the day, we still have to know exactly what caused all of the thing. Even though this thing been around forever so long, sometimes people will say yes, this person been quiet here and there, but you don't want to go ahead and wake up them from sleep and part to buy here and there. So yes, so we don't know. According to information, some of the equipments that were used for mining have been seized. I think they said the thing been around for almost 2 weeks, until these videos start to come out. That's the only time some of us will get to know that exactly what was happening. But again, maybe our government was holding fast to the information, and they now wanted to tell also that maybe we can know exactly what was happening. But at the end of the day, the information leaked out that the people were doing money, the Liberians from here, they were doing money basically. I don't know what that same money, what that gold money, or that diamond money they were doing, we don't know. But according to information, their equipment also have been seized. And these equipments are still on the side of the Guinean government, even though they've been negotiating to get them back. But Ali, yeah, we go. We don't know yet exactly as to what's going to happen next.
Yeah, like we're saying, so Mr. Wisdom went over there yesterday with the Liberia resources because he that his own personal money he used to go there. Yeah, waste of our country money, taxpayer. And today again, we still seeing people coming over there to take over this place. So what was the essence of Baka leaving Liberia yesterday to go to Guinea? What did he go for? What did they discuss there yesterday? Because I thought he went there yesterday, and by now our people supposed to be over there in peace, but now they are in pieces. I saw some video. I saw one other lady with her suitcase or whatsoever on her head. She was going because they are all afraid the way in which the Guinean or soldier keep coming over. So what did Baka go for yesterday? That's what we want to know. What was the discussion? What dialogue they had yesterday? Because we knew that he was going over there yesterday because of what happened to La Mokoma or Wakana River, where in Guinean soldier keep coming there, tussling with Liberian soldier and thing. Like I saw those other unserious people say they are setting up committee, your lawmaker then for them to go there and see what is going on. So what did the president go over there for yesterday? Why he went to do it Guinea Melbourne? Because you in the country, I think you can better tell why he went for. Because if we see lawmaker trying to set up committee to go and see how they can resolve the issue, and the president just wasted taxpayer money yesterday going to Guinea, and we knew that he was going there to see how he could resolve this issue, and the same thing keep happening. So tell why you went for.
Yeah, thank you. So the person went there for dialogue. This thing happened, like I said, it's been happening in the Guinea army, the crossover. And so because of that, our president told us to say, no, I don't want to fight anybody. No need for any fighting business. So let's go to have dialogue. I think that's why the president and the civilian president also, they have to go Guinea for dialogue. But again, the question you're asking, that is the same question Morgan and myself will be asking even before reaching this fight, that what was some of the discussion? Because, it's good to say true. Maybe you wrong somebody, and you go somewhere and the person tell you that, my man, I'm not ready here for peace, or I'm not ready here for dialogue, or maybe this is what I want you people to do, and and let us know as people, so that we also will be, because yesterday there was a lot of celebration. That, oh yes, at long last, the experienced president has solved the problem and this and that. No, some of us will keep saying, the land disputes, the borders issues, until the international community, UN, can come out and say, yes, this place is for you and for this one. And moving forward, we're going to be monitoring all of the activities that are going to, for me, maybe that's the only time I feel certified 100%. But even if today, the Guinean army, today they withdraw and go, another person and so on and leader again will come back, and there will still be problem for our people. So what is the best way forward? Should we not go to UN? Should we not go to ECOWAS? Should we go to AU now and solve the problem once and for all? Or we should just continue to be, let's forget it, we're no Liberian business. So for me, Brother Ali, I think our president went there for dialogue, and for all indications, I feel, for me, I keep asking, because Guinea and Liberia at the same time. So while our president came home last evening, and this morning, I think around 11 or 10 to 11, and we saw the Guinean soldier crossing over. So I was thinking, I said, no, but we're not in a night for Guinea to be in a day. So maybe if for example, when Guinea in a day, then you say, okay, maybe their commander haven't reached out to them yet, or maybe communication haven't reached out to them yet. But what's the delay? But again, we're watching the process, and like you said about our lawmakers, yes, he said they are going there too also. They're going to go right to the border to where our people live and talk to our people according to what they are saying, what we're hearing from the corridor. Yeah, Mark, go ahead, my brother.
You know, it's so pathetic. I think when Steve here on Thursday will do an in-depth into what's happening, because you cannot take order from a commander-in-chief that doesn't have a clear vision as to how to operate the chain of command. At this particular moment in time, it means our border security agent, they are at risk, because like I said, it's a breakdown in communication. Because the Guineans are not dumb. When they came the first day, the reason they went by, they came to do a reconnaissance. They came on a fact-finding mission to test the vulnerability of our security. So they went back, regrouped, and came. Now, like I said, the river was just the trigger point. But Guineans must be having something deeper than what we think. They are looking at a bigger picture. You want me to believe that the Guinean soldier over there, they don't know what they are doing? You think that they don't have a direct chain of command from their commander-in-chief? That's a lie. Only our soldiers have no clue as to what's happening. Because for their own commander-in-chief, I will call him commander-in-sleep, he's not giving full instruction. There is a breakdown in communication. They don't even know what they are doing. So anything that they are doing over there, they are doing it on their own terms, rather than taking clues from the commander-in-sleep. That's the problem. Our soldiers don't know what's going on. The Guineans know exactly what they are there for. Like Steve said, you are dealing with a military man. They are strategic. They think long-term. They do assessment. Everything about them is calculated. Guinea is not operating out of the blue sky. They got an objective that they must achieve, because it was the river dispute. Now it's the land issue. They came back to rehost that flag. The only people that are left in the dark happens to be our law enforcement officer from the border. And here's the thing. Earlier this morning, when that live video was ongoing, right? Maybe when the live video ongoing, you saw our immigration people retreating, and they told the cameraman to shut the camera off because it wasn't looking decent enough to see our security forces abandoning their post. But that's why he said, cut the camera off. We are about to talk something very important, because we could see them walking back. They saw the Guinean troop of forces coming in canoes. They were overwhelmed. That's why he did a smart thing by backing off from the border. I will say again 1,000 times, I'm not here to undermine the state. I'm not here to undermine the president. I know there will always be time for politics. But if I'm at that border point, if I can get a clear directive from the commander-in-chief, I am leaving that border. I'm not putting my life at risk. Why would individual soldiers go and negotiate with Guinean when you cannot get a clear communication from your chain of command, from your authority? That's a high-risk situation.
And let me play this video, Mark, let me play the video on what you are saying, because that video alone speak volume.
It contradicts the president. You cannot control the president and a group lie. The whole delegation lie. Listen, play again.
Lie.
I will not go. Oh, what's that? Like your upper
And you know that I have bosses. The form and the manner in which they came, I have already called.
Dis matin, la personne a dit vous venez ici. Donc, en venant là, il doit appeler. Il dit à l'échec que vous êtes traversé. Venez ici.
Donc, c'est pas gâté, il peut appeler. C'est pas gâté, il peut appeler. Il peut recevoir les instructions. Quand même, ils sont compris. Hein? Il n'a qu'à appeler, c'est pas gâté.
You can call upfront, you know, and get your information from them. So while we were back, they can go back.
Very
for your communication.
They come.
Pas de problème. On a déjà voir terminer.
Bon, là, vous pouvez retourner. Là, s'il a fini de discuter là-bas, on va vous appeler. Vous allez venir là, on va vous montrer.
Bon, il faut retourner. C'est-à-dire, vous et moi, on se comprend. Hein? Vous et moi, on se comprend très bien. Et également les autres aussi. Comprenez? Je dis.
No. He said that you and him, you understand. Even the others also understand what we are talking about. You understand now?
Vous comprenez? Ça ne pose pas de problème. Nous avons reçu les hommes par hiérarchie. Moi, à mon avis, il a trouvé. Vous avez vu quelque chose sur le terrain. Il ne faut même pas retarder là-dessus, tu te rends compte. Et tu serais situé à partir de la hiérarchie.
He said that if you find something, if you find something or situation on the line that you must call over there. You call them, you tell them, this is here, this is here, this is here, this is here. Them too, they will tell you, do this, do this, or do this. Now why we tell you?
Yeah, so what we do now, I want to tell him that for us to go back, we will do our communication. Any result we get, then we will invite you to come back and we can also come up here and do it together.
What to come in? Focus.
Yeah. More tube are in the kino on their way coming, as you can see.
Levon, stop right there before you come on. Another video in your inbox. The initial reaction from Joseph Boga immediately upon the climax of the meeting. Listen to what he said. Please play it. I put in your inbox.
Yeah, important. Play.
Yes. Let me quickly. Yes. We're here tonight, people, and we'll be here. We'll inform all of our people, our listeners out there. Yes. Okay. I think. Let me see quickly.
Steve in the leader, Lufa Kante, Papipa. Steve, they are Papi, you need to work on him. Your grandpa there, Lufa Kante.
Quickly. All right. So there's the video we have for our president.
We are the same people that we all realize that we are the same people that we've been working together for a year. We got nothing to gain from war, and that we shouldn't waste time on war. We need to be friends and have to develop our people, and we all agree on that. And that was the end of it.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome. We all realize that.
One more time. Play again, baby. Play it for the second time. It's a very short video.
We've been working together for a year. We got nothing to gain from war, and that we shouldn't waste time on war. We need to be friends and have to develop our people, and we all agree on that. And that was the end of it.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome.
So
there is nothing to gain from war.
Yes,
we are friends, and that was about it. You see the impression he gave from the meeting, when in fact it was the total opposite. Because if that was the truth, the Guinean wasn't going to cross again into the border. I mean, onto the Liberian side of the border. But that was a lie. And to make that lie very visible, let me just put you what they posted on the Executive Mansion website. They came up with 14 bullet points. Let me just read a few of them. They said, at the conclusion of the summit, the head of state adopted the following position. They expressed concern over the growing evidence of global crisis and their economic security. Here is one of the last. Number two, they emphasized the importance of sovereignty, territorial integrity, political independence, peaceful coexistence. Three, they committed to promote peace and stability. They agreed to resolve all border issues through peaceful diplomatic means. Number five, they strengthened joint effort to combat insecurity, terrorism, transnational organized crime, and trafficking. Number six, they went and listed 12 points. So the question you will ask yourself, if it was the Guinean president calling Joseph Boakai for a meeting, how can Joseph Boakai be the one laying the condition for the meeting? Who goes to an emergency meeting and cover 14 bullet points on different issues, from economic cooperation to border security? Because they were all lies and matter. Because all those things that they named, they are also in the original framework document of the Manan River Union. So the question is, why the Guineans are violating international and regional agreement when in fact they are doing the total opposite with the military? So I will say again, because I know they will always be reacting. That's why it is in Liberia. The Guineans troops at the border know their objective. They know why they are there. They know exactly what they are doing. There is no breakdown in communication. For our guys, I can bet for them. Because the president gave mixed messages. The one that is on the executive mansion website, it contradicted his own statement, and the action on the ground contradicted. So in the worst case scenario, if the Guineans were to pull out any resistance, who do you think will be the first victim? Our few guys at the border. So I will tell them again. I will say it live. I will give the disclaimer. I'm not here. Joseph Boakai is the commander-in-chief for Liberia. He was elected president. Not Sktv, not Melbourne, not Ali, not Cyrus. But all I'm saying, if you're a border security agent, take care of yourself, because it doesn't even seem like you will even get a backup if the worst were to happen, because you cannot even get a clear message from your own commander-in-chief. So how do you go about executing his order when you are negotiating on your own terms with another foreign power? Melbourne, make that make sense to me. Where in the world you have seen individual security forces that's supposed to be taking direct instruction from that leader, from that top leader, including up to the president, will go and negotiate on their own terms just to provide temporary security until they can get response from their own leader? Because he said, oh, let me go communicate with our side, then we will come back and tell you. Are you kidding me? You should be communicating, or the leaders will be communicating.
It's not you even communicating right on the spot to say, okay, maybe 2 minutes away from the people who are you talking and communicating with your communication set. You say you have to come with the central maneuver, and over the central maneuver you come.
Because he's not even sure.
You will leave the post. You can't be confused.
Mom, like you said, our security there, they should be very careful. And they go over there, their life matters. Liberia, you put your life on the line, anything happen, your family suffer. Nothing is
a good thing. Thank God that our lawmakers, they are going there. I think that's a good thing. Let them to go there to see.
Yesterday, our president went there. Yeah. He came back today. We see the other thing happening. So we know why he went for yesterday. Misusing taxpayer money. Anywhere Joseph Boakai go, he can come with no go result. That's on there. But guys, I'm about to go do man.
Let me get my point before we open the line to the callers, right?
Yeah.
Your lawmakers going to the border is just nothing but optics. It's all about photo ops. We got 3 branches of government. It's the president's job to provide, to protect the state from both domestic and international threats. That's his role. He took the oath to defend the lives and property of Liberia. Lawmakers, when we have internal conflict or external conflict, lawmakers are not the one that will go to border crossing point to say it will be nothing, it will be useless. Until we can get clear instruction from the commander-in-chief, everybody is doing things their own. And lawmakers are not going to change the situation. Matter of fact, they're even putting their life at risk by going to a border that got tense or military situation going on at the border crossing point. Why would I be a lawmaker and choose to go to the border to go and do what? When the security forces on ground cannot even give you a clear mandate as to who is carrying on the chain of command, they can't even guarantee you. Why would lawmakers want to go to the border to go and do what there? To go and take pictures and put on Facebook?
And the thing that again, even to be out of that more, the thing there is we are seeing immigration from our side, but Guinea, they are sending army. So there are 2 different things. So who are you going to talk with?
Yeah.
How are you going to talk?
You see Guinea sending lawmakers to the border?
Yeah. And when you listen to that commander from Guinea, the commander there from Guinea is saying that his boss is saying he here.
Yeah. Hello, maybe when you frozen. I don't know if you're hearing me.
Manaseli, for me, when I was born, the president and I really saw. I saw Manaseli. I saw Chatilo. I'm discussing a routine. I saw Chatilo routine. I saw Manaseli routine. I saw John Mane we are routine, and now Joseph Waka routine. Like 3 past routine. I never saw any noise to that pull. You understand? That is the first thing. Secondly, looking at the issue now, we all condemn the Guinean soil crossing to come in the territory of Liberia. But the issue is the government are being fair to all. Let the government tell what is the root cause of this. Because during the past 3 regime, we now see soil crossing coming to how they call it. So now the government should tell the root cause of the issue. We condemn the Guinean army for crossing on the territory of Liberia, but let the government tell the root cause of the issue. And the president visit, what was the income of the visit? Because we're not seeing no sensitivity inside.
All right, thank you so much. Let me move to Ava David Samuel. Ava David Samuel, good evening.
Good evening, thank you very much for your school. Ava David Samuel, I do have a discussion for Ominga market in leather field. It's like our government is not to set it up. So you don't want to tell me this government can only respond to cyber aggression? You know what I want to set it up? Where are the guns that they use in God to kill our people? This particular regime when they came to power, there were guns that they use in God. Where are the automatic guns that they use in Niger recently? Therefore, the Portuguese stay there and live 4 out of Liberian people. And that part of Liberia is very important. When the government came to power, let me tell you, there's something is happening that they don't want to dispose it. They will be put on stable studies show that the government received papers from Russia through Guinea government. I want to believe that it was for certain purpose. Maybe the purpose around them there. I want Russia is not certified the party through the same Guinea president to bring civilization here. So we are very careful. Some of them reporting. You see, those papers that the government received, the government received from Russia and the standard stable studies reported. It was for certain reason. It has not been enough to put it to work.
All right, thank you so much, my dear brother. The pickups, I think they are still here. I don't know that Russia or as far as concerned that Guinea gave it. Hello to this caller, good evening.
Thank you very much. This is the common chairman. And I'm POP Willie, I saw you from Tokyo to Shifo. Before I want to say thank you to Memo. And more has come on my mind. Just party or small. You see exactly what most there it is the reality. Just yes, where are idea Emily from? That idea Emily from Tomo Fala. One of the men that is accused of dressing or money on my phone and all the problems. You don't want to tell lawmakers that they should go to local county. So that it's just about the outage. It's just about from the last thing, the whole issue about the Bola crisis is not sure. That is sure will come out. You have to be seated in parliament, looking for the root cause of the problem. Someone in their minister, there is a company name that back up. I think it is BK Enterprise. Looking for the owner of BK Enterprise, asking the hard question. Why they don't go in front of dress for the river that is in the part of the Guinea that is bringing the whole north? But you're not doing it again. You take your guy to go on where after that yellow sugar where you want to go to the cooler. I'm sure that the yellow camel will be here.
All right, thank you so much to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Maple. How you doing?
We're okay. Thank God for life, my dear.
Maple, thank you very much. This is Siriki Kroman, commonly known as neighbor Siriki. Remember, we are in serious trouble in this country. You can remember during the fight between the hospital problem, when the ECOWAS came, what the government did is going to miss affair. You can remember, they said it, President Biden said it, that this is our own problem. So, can you imagine, why are we going back to ECOWAS to do what again?
Who you go to now? Everywhere in the kind of situation, who you going to?
You said it before. You said this is our own problem. And this problem is very, very serious. And this thing is going off control. The only thing I want for the Liberia to do, that President Biden call all the former leaders and all those that he sacked in the government, they going to beg them. But I need former President John, please come on board. Please, y'all come and help them go to France government and talk to them. That's the only solution. People intervened before. You said no. So today, who are we going to? Yesterday, the person looking for that place. Today, also they put back. So he used our resources. He busted people houses, people on the street crying. He forgot it to know that those people houses he busted. People gonna come to in Guinea. Look, we are in serious trouble. Don't need that to our former leaders. Then go to France government and talk to them. They're to the Guinea authority. And leave an out probably alone, brother.
All right, thank you. I think I will be calm. Don't worry. Hello, today's caller. Good evening.
Yeah, amigo.
Yes.
This is Pascal Davis.
Oh, Pascal, good evening. Thank you for joining a very long time.
Yeah. The first thing, if our people are doing their illegal thing, let them tell us. You know, they noted for doing the worst thing. They noted for that. You have to tell about the real story. That water, that land, or that gold, you have to tell people you're in the media, you're supposed to be able to tell the real story. Guineans will not be as reckless as we are here with our natural resources. Where anybody can take it, so really, the president left and went. So you think bad, the people go there. You really think the fighting because of his land? The government owe all explanation. Saying yesterday they came back. Have they told the Liberian people the outcome of the meeting? Have they told us you in the media? Where is the outcome of the meeting? Because all of us are worried. We think we're supposed to peacefully coexist as a country. But it's not happening. Where is the majority of people break up here? Where is the experienced people break up here? And you come here and want to believe the president. Look, man, nobody making you land. If it is their land, then give it to them. Thank you, Lebo.
Thank you. Today's caller, good evening.
I'm James. I'm calling from Grand Pastor.
Thank you, James, for joining us from Grand Pastor.
Yeah, I want to say something. And
yeah, go ahead, brother.
you see the problem we're facing, no unity. That would part of going confusion for the citizens who die for nothing. Any army man will say you go and you die for nothing. You die for nothing because the problem there, you only get an arm. You can say from Guinea, oh, so what happened during the revolution? When Chancellor entered that place, it's not still a chance for them to know, so they get one foot. You know what happened? They don't go there. For the green there, I mean, children, go there, go to about one place. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Wahala. Hello, today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, everyone, to the panelists on his show. So I'm Arnie Johnson calling from Tupomo. The chairperson for the concern Librarian for Justice. You see, in the country, people not serious. The first thing there that we know that the president never did serious thing where you come, senior issue going on in the country, the last thing to come do, take it, second or first conference. At least you should be able to address the nation only. In a 30 minutes you take to talk to the people. But you just talk cheap things to people, you just make it appear to look like nothing serious in the country. The first thing that's going to press release for Coca-Cola for finance. You can't be saying that the land that Labrador clean. No, Labrador owns. Guinea is clean and Labrador is owning. So Guinea will be saying Labrador clean our land and we own our land. Labrador will be saying Guinea clean our land and we own our land. But the testimony for the executive marshal Western area of 7 weeks. They tell you that people over 90 years. They want people to kill our people to have the land. Nothing will come out of it. See the first thing they do, they shot someone in the leg. That was a warning.
And that one of them even mentioned, said our government mentioned nothing. Nothing about the thing. Nothing the president even talk about. God. All right, thank you, my brother. Charles Cooper, try calling on the channel. We'll take them, we'll cross over to our team. But yeah, that's another thing that our citizen. But not even mentioned. Nobody even talking. Yeah. Oh God, you know, like very interesting, man. Now what I like about America. In fact, someone will come and go America to become citizen because America will become citizen they can be spent 100%. Hello? Yeah, Charles Cooper, go ahead, my brother.
The alleged act of mining within a boiling water is a very risky mission. I'm using the word alleged because I don't have the fact, but I've been following the media that this thing was prompted because of some mining activities within the boiling water between Liberia and Guinea. I think it's a rescue mission and not a rescue mission. And this government came to rescue us, not to pour into risks or create risks for us as a country. Maybe when you see when leaders are greedy, they eat everything until they want to eat what is not for them. You are eating all of your resources, there's nothing to show for it. You want to go into another person's area to eat your own resources, not because you are careless about your resources, maybe other people are careless about their resources. No, maybe. Imagine a Guinean coming from Guinea to come and just mine in Liberia. You think we'll be happy about it? So that's why I use the word left. You gotta have the fact, but if it is true, maybe there's a risky mission. And let me tell you, these people, they got the French blood in them. People, they are people of no nonsense. The French people, they don't joke about things. So it's not like all Liberians who want to talk about resources where the future generation will come and mean nothing.
All right, thank you, my brother, for how we can take it from either Ghana or Dubai or we carry it to America. How we looking? Come back now. Well, I know Mark. I say we can't talk Mark. My brother, we gotta go here no time.
I know we don't have that much time, less than 5 minutes, but I said what I said. Maybe our lawmakers, they know exactly what's happening over there. That thing was not only about illegal money. So one of the better calls on the show, we wanted to keep that whole story for Thursday about the BK Enterprise. We know about a cross-border infrastructure deal that is going on between Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea, and they sort of construct a bridge over that Makona River on the Guinea and Sierra Leone side. We know a lot happening. We got a lot of information, but we'll hold it for Thursday. I didn't want to rush with that. So when he mentioned BK Enterprises, it just rang a bell. Like, we will talk about that on Thursday. We will tell our people what's happening. Your president is not forthcoming. Your lawmakers know exactly what's going on. They enter into a deal not knowing that how the thing was going to backfire, and the Guineans are not taking this lightly. Like I said, we don't have a clear indication or some kind of reassurance or guarantee from our own commander-in-chief. Nobody is here telling you to go and fight a war with the Guineans, but you need a sense of direction and someone telling you exactly what to do. The Guineans military know exactly what they are over there for. They know their mission. They got a clear communication from the higher ups coming down the chain of command. In our case, because you got certain criminals in that country that can do things out of the way, they cannot tell you exactly. The whole of Liberia should be worried because you don't know what can even happen next. So, like I said, nobody sends lawmakers to border doing a tense military situation or border incursion. So they are only going there mostly for Facebook because they believe they live in an unserious country. Nowhere in the world there will be a border dispute with military exchanging communication or changing hands for lawmakers to go there. To go there and do what? If you send an inter-ministerial delegation, including your president, to another country, if they can't get you the outcome of a meeting, you tell me that lawmaker, so you want to play the role of the executive? Is that what you are telling me? Because the last time I checked, you were never given the mandate to protect lives and property or to protect the country from domestic and external threat. So why are you going to the border to go and do what? Other than taking pictures and putting on Facebook to give the people an impression like you are doing something when we told you from day one. When the thing happened to call an emergency session on your session day on a Tuesday, you didn't address that. Now your security that you station at the border cannot even protect themselves, and you're telling me lawmakers going to the border to go there to do what? I get what Guinea open fire on your go.
No, man.
But again, that's what you are seeing a tense border situation. Lawmakers go there. Where?
We were, look, some of us, that was what we were thinking on that Tuesday, that our government, or especially our lawmakers from both sides, from both lower house and the upper house, that they're going to call for serious session and say, no, something is happening. And we got, that serious government be able, when you get government where the people, the young people thinking about how to get rich, remember, now what you get.
So, when you have a tense border situation between two countries' military, and your own security forces are not even show of their position in terms of reinforcement. In lawmaker claim that they go into the border, all you are doing almost like you are walking into a gas chamber. You think Guinea will be crazy? No matter how tense the situation gets, you will not see a lawmaker from Guinea coming to that border to go there to do what? They understand their roles and responsibility. They know their function. But in that 1847 country, no. Nobody there can use their head. How do you send an entire delegation of your lawmaker? Don't you think that in the worst case scenario, you can have a constitutional crisis? Why would you want to put them even in group to go there as a body? To go there to do what? When the chief executive cannot give you a clear indication as to the outcome of the meeting, he carry a whole delegation, and they can't even tell you exactly what they went there for. But you want to tell me that lawmakers are going there? My brother, it's so frustrating, but I'll stop there. We'll do it another day. I will see you guys on Thursday when Stevie, and then we'll go into the business aspect and the money and everything. I think I will be here to the end.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mark. We see you on tomorrow. By the grace of God, we'll be here. I know for us, I think I really want to take in a thing like Liberia, love Liberia, and then Liberia. Because the cost, just imagine, to even speak on some of the issues when you post, they all on your post, insulting you back to back. But again, well, that's it. One thing I can always tell people, when they rain fall, it don't fall on only one group of people, it fall on both good and bad. So again, people, good night to all of you. Sheikh, Soko, Sula Wesley, Emmanuel, bro, my good friend and brother, and all of you, good night. We see you all on tomorrow by the grace of God. God love you all. And let's continue to remain peaceful. Love Liberia, build Liberia, and think Liberia. Good night from our end.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Qualified people who willing to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The project is giving us here and the premise of them. The work with my life without fear.
A lyrical health.
Master.
Play Paris, who make you again Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, Tina get as say my yamo. And yes, I know money. The more I go, and you love the more I go.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Qualified people who willing to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, Sando to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.